Hey, my name is Ray Flores. I'm a proud and loyal member of the First and 10 Tailgate. You're listening to First and 10 with my man, the main man, Foz.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 36 of First and 10 with Foz. I'm riding solo tonight. My guy ditched me out tonight. No, Maxwell's off tonight. He had a previous obligation, holidays. So he will be back, though, for the season finale, which is next week, guys. It's going to be so sad. One more episode after tonight. But that's okay, because tonight we got a super fun co-host. Had the help in the past. She is awesome. She is fun. You guys love her to death. Let's welcome to the stage Sugar and Vodka. What's up, Sugar? How are you tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Foz?
I'm good. Thanks for coming on the show last minute. You're the best.
Of course.
How was your holiday?
Always happy to help out. My holiday was excellent, actually.
What'd you do? Tell the people. What did we do for the holiday?
Lots of family time and lots of food, lots of deviled eggs, which was, besides family time.
Deviled eggs are my kryptonite. You know that.
Extremely important. Yeah, and they were yummy. And I ate so many that I think I'm good for a little while.
Dude. The full deviled egg feeling is like the worst. Like,
I'm good until Easter.
'Tis the season. All right, so we had a victory Christmas this year against the Cardinals, which is pretty cool. I guess it was pretty cool. I mean, it just kind of raised our first round draft pick. But I mean, we'll take the victories when we can, right?
Of course.
So tonight we'll be breaking down that episode, talking about that game. We'll get into a little news here first, and then we'll get into the Falcons game. And tonight we have Mr. Clapback himself from the draft last year. The Falconator is going to be on the show, so he'll be going through the Falcons game with us, as we're both in very small percentage chances for the playoffs this year. So,
which is very exciting to have him on.
God damn it, there's still a hope. All right, let's get into the news. So, a couple things that happened between last week and now is we signed Mr. Santos to a 4-year extension, $16 million, $9.5 guaranteed. Rumor out there were higher offers from other teams possibly, but he wanted to stay in Chicago. So I'm happy about that. What do you think, Sugar?
Everyone appreciates the loyalty.
Oh, dude.
Everyone loves Santos, and he's not perfect, but who is?
Dude, I mean, as far as kickers goes, I mean, you have like Kevin Butler, got Robbie Gould. And dude, I think Santos is falling into that established, you're going to remember kicker for the Bears, dude. I mean, I think we just need that lights out game from him.
I mean, Parky will always be remembered, but
not for the reasons we're supposed to remember our kicker.
Exactly.
Other than that,
I got goosebumps just saying his name.
Don't say the double D word. We don't talk about that no more.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Right. Congrats to Mongo and Hester. They're officially finalists, as I think we all knew they would be and should be. I mean, technically, I think all of us Bears fans know they should already be in the Hall of Fame. But, I mean, we're one step away from that being a reality this year. So really looking forward to the opportunity for them to finally get their jackets, get in the Hall of Fame, because they both won.
Definitely deserving. Definitely. So,
dude, definitely Mongo. I mean, especially with his stats.
Yes.
There's people with less tackles and less games played and less stats in the Hall of Fame over him. I mean, they kind of used the excuse for so long, like, we have too many 85 Bears in there, which I don't even know if that's a thing or not. But I mean, like, come on, dude, give the man.
He deserves to be in. Like,
it's not our fault. The entire defense in '85 was Hall of Fame worthy. Like that's a bad thing or something like that. And then Devin Hester, dude. I mean, it's his third time trying to get in. I mean, he's going to be the first like just true return guy ever to get into the Hall of Fame. And I think he's not in already because they really just don't know how to do it. I mean, they've never really had just a return guy go into the Hall of Fame. But I mean, they literally changed the rules of football because of this guy. I mean,
he needs to be in there.
Yeah.
Bears fans want him in there. And even fans that, that aren't Bears
football.
Fans.
Dude.
People love and appreciate him as a player. The player he was excellent.
Oh, dude, his stats and dude, I go back and watch his videos every so often and just his runbacks, dude. Some of the most exciting times of like our generation being Bears fans. So, congrats to those two. Hope they get in. Speaking of getting in, the Bears are about to get into that first pick. Right now, they have 93% chance to get that first pick. So we'll get into a little bit more detail about what we all think we should do with that, because I know it's up to all of us how we do that.
Of course, right?
It's up to all of us about what we do with that pick.
They reach out to every single one of us.
Exactly. I got emails. I'm like, I'll get back to you. I got to think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So Christmas Eve, the Bears won versus the Cardinals in a I wouldn't say it was an exciting game. It was kind of a boring game. I mean, nothing too much really happened. It was a very safe played game. A lot of running, not much receiving, a lot of good defense. Bears relied on the run game and let the tight end shine. So, again, it was a victory. I'm never going to be upset about a victory, but again, a victory now with the teams we're playing against are causing us to get a second pick in the first round as a higher pick. I mean, what's your thoughts on it? I mean, it's always like a double-edged sword in these situations, right?
I enjoyed it so much. You were saying it was boring, but I was like excited. The Christmas mood was flowing.
It was all the vodka. Come on, don't lie to me now.
Well, I was getting to that. The eggnog, the game. It was very exciting to me. and then watching that little mouse try to scramble around to get away. Loved it.
Nice. I will say probably the most enjoyable parts of the game were those awesome long passes to Cole Kmet. I mean, those are just some bombs he caught, dude. So I mean, other than that, dude, it was a decent game from the offense, but let's get into it. I mean, it was a very safe, mediocre performance from Justin Fields, in my opinion. He was 15 for 27, 170 passing yards. He did have 9 rushes for almost 100 yards, though. I mean, it was very shades of last year Justin Fields that we saw. A lot of holding on to the ball and scrambling and a lot of running and taking.
I'm going to cut you off, though, because he was able to get rid of the ball, though, quickly. He threw it out instead of holding on to it for a sec.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, overall, he did a good job not turning it over. I mean, he did have that one interception in the end zone to Herbert, to where he threw it at the front of the end zone, but if he would have threw it on the back pylon, it probably would have been a touchdown. But, I mean, other than that, not too many other errors. So, Sugar, I mean, we haven't had you on in a little bit. Where are you at with Justin Fields right now? I mean, everyone who watches the show kind of knows where me and Maxwell are at. Where you been standing recently?
I'm still 100% riding with him. He is my QB1. I definitely want him back next season as our QB1, and that is where I'm standing with it, and I have not changed or ever wavered on that.
So, I mean, it's always such a debate with Bears quarterbacks, and I've been going through some like just stats and comparable things around the league, and I found just some funny things that kind of made me chuckle a little bit. And it all has to do with just sports media in general and how everything's portrayed and how people take it so seriously and to heart when they just really don't know the facts. So let's compare Lamar Jackson and Justin Fields. So this is the last 17 games. This ain't just this year. So the last 17 games. I mean, one of these QBs is up for the MVP of the NFL, and the other one of these QBs is being talked about getting rid of and dropped off because he's not good and us replacing him. So, I mean, just having those two different conversations about these two players and seeing these true stats on paper, it's just mind-blowing because it's completely opposite ends of the spectrum.
It is. And if you belong to like the huge, like the NFL super groups, you'll see people are like, well, we'll take Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And Atlanta included. So
yeah. I mean, we'll talk to the Falconator about that tonight.
Definitely.
I'm sure he wouldn't be upset. I mean, here's the 2023 comparison to Lamar and Justin. Dude, they're not far off. I think the biggest thing that's really hurting Justin's fight right now is his inability to perform in key situations. When the game's on the line, when we need to score those points, when we need to drive it downfield, when we can't afford a turnover, that's where he's failing right now. It's situational failing.
Hold on, I'm going to cut you off again because last week's loss, you know what I mean? That should have been caught, and I think that was a clutch play. But unfortunately, that wasn't on him. So,
dude, I mean, it's a ball thrown in the air out of your asshole that got bumbled by 20 people. I mean, it wasn't like a precision pass to Darnell Mooney's chest. I mean, yes, it should have been caught. Yes, we should have won the game. Don't get me wrong. But again, like, that's not a skillful throw. That was just that's why it's called a fucking Hail Mary. You throw it up and hope for the best. So, I mean,
I think it was good. So I'm gonna disagree with you on
that. All right, so the stars of this game obviously were Khalil Herbert. He had 20 carries for 120 yards. He's really shining with Roshan Johnson and Foreman when he's healthy. Dude, that's a lethal triple back set to be coming in. Who's your favorite of the bunch so far coming near the end of the year?
Khalil was on fire. He was on fire. And, you know, he definitely deserved the player of the week. So,
yeah, most definitely. No, that's one thing. Yeah,
I was happy that he got that.
Yeah, he did get player of the week. I forgot to mention in the news. Congratulations, Khalil Herbert. That's awesome. And then the second best player was 4 receptions from Cole Kmet for 107 yards. I mean, he's really coming together. I mean, when they signed his big contract at the beginning of the year, at that point, he was kind of on the DL as far as performance. But I mean,
when he's healthy, he is phenomenal.
Yeah. I think he's really stepped it up a ton. He's definitely earned his money, and he's looking like one of the top elite tight ends in the NFL right now. So
agreed, 100%.
Yeah, so hell yeah, he's doing fucking awesome. Let's keep it up. Other than that, we didn't do shit with any of our wide receivers. The next highest reception was 18 yards by DJ Moore, and like there was nothing else. It was like run games and big passes to the tight end. Made me laugh out loud when old man Mercedes Lewis got a touchdown.
Hey, his first, you know?
39 years old, and he's a 2010 Pro Bowler out there.
Good for him.
Good for him. Oh yeah. I just got done being 39, so I feel for him.
you know how that, you know. Could you imagine being out there? Could you imagine being out there in the field?
Shit. Be fucking dead in like 2 minutes. Other than that, Carlos Santos, the big money guy, got his contract like we talked about. Comes in, seals out his field goals. He always does a great job. As far as defense, won't get into too much. Solid performance as always. Held the Cardinals to 16 points. It did get scary there when they gave up that touchdown in the fourth quarter, only because of our nightmare 3 games that we have from these last couple months.
The one thing
has resemblances of that.
The one thing that's always consistent is Getsy is trash.
So, I mean, that was a little bit scary there at the end, but again, we persevered. We held them, came in, got that final field goal to seal it out, and we got the victory. Kylerman and Brisker led the way with 7 tackles. Didn't have any turnovers this game, which is fine, but again, we held the team to 16 points. It was just a solid performance, a good victory, and then which will get us into next week. Like I said, aside from Cole Kmet's passes, I thought it was a quiet game, very, very clock management game. So, I mean, we'll take it as it is. So with that being said, the Bears are still in the playoff run. Why don't we talk about what the Bears have to do and what has to happen in order for the Bears to make the playoffs? So we need to win out. We need the Seahawks, Rams, Saints, and Vikings all to lose their next 2 games. It could happen.
It really
It could happen. All
It can
right.
happen. Stranger things have happened.
Stranger
Things have happened.
You are correct there. Stranger things have happened. Let's get into some of our comments tonight and see what's going on with everyone out in social media land. A lot of what's up guys, how you doing? Oh, thanks for filling in for me, Antoinette. Have a good show. So that's Maxwell.
Thank you, Maxwell.
Maxwell, the Facebook user.
Yeah.
There's my love. I don't think B. Harris is talking about me. He's probably talking about you. Keith Santos. Yeah. You got a what up, sugar? Another what up, sugar and vodka. Love the bear cave, sugar.
Thank you.
It's like I'm not even here. You're just stealing the show on me.
Oh, they love their fuzz. Come on.
Hester deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He was the king. Nobody can touch him. You're goddamn right, Dylan. You're goddamn right.
Totally.
What else? What else we got? Fields is back. They need to hire Greg Roman. I mean, I think we're all in agreement that coaching changes need to happen next year no matter what, especially at the offensive coordinator position. I have a very, very scary, strong feeling that Matt Eberflus is going to keep his job this year.
I'm pretty confident that he is. I don't want him, but
I mean, given the performance of the defense, how they've been playing, and these later victories in the year, I mean, our biggest problem is still on the offense, and he doesn't call the offense. So,
but if Getsy stays, that's where I'm going to be livid.
I think he's pretty much for sure gone, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I don't know how. I don't know how you would sell justifying to anybody him keeping his job this year. I mean, you couldn't sell me that in a million years.
Exactly.
All right. So this weekend coming up, we are going to be playing the Atlanta Falcons. And to have them on the show tonight, we have one of the funniest Falcons guys. If you guys watched the draft last year, you will know about his funny clapback situation. So check this out, guys.
Pick in the 2023 NFL
This guy's
draft,
going to introduce the Wingate
Atlanta
punter.
Falcons select DeMarco Hellams,
No.
defensive back, Alabama. 28-3, good one. We've heard that before.
Everyone, help me welcome to the show my guy, Vinny, the Falconator. What's going on, sir?
Doing?
How are you tonight, buddy?
Good. We're doing all right.
You doing all right, sir? Thanks for coming on the show, man.
Nice
No problem at all. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. You ready for the game this weekend? You're coming into Chicago, right?
We are. Yeah, we head out tomorrow. Flight leave at 1:30. I think we're going to be there around 2:15 or so. So we're going to be in town till Tuesday. So we're going to kind of make a long weekend out of it. So it'll be good. It'll be good. Mm-hmm.
You got some food places mapped out, some stuff.
Well, I've been to Chicago a few times. This is my wife's first time, so I've been kind of asking her what she wants to do, and she's kind of spoiled with the dome. So I've kind of told her about this Chicago weather. She's been to Buffalo. She's been in Buffalo, and I just told her it was a whole different cold than Buffalo. So she's prepared. She's got some boots and like a thermal heating vest or something like that. She's gone to Amazon and gotten crazy. So
she's going to learn about lake effect wind chill really fast.
Exactly. So, but yeah, as far as food, I just told her, I really just need to get a Italian beef and whatever she wants. We're good. She's into she wants to try the deep dish. She's never really done the original deep dish. So, I guess we'll do that. And just a couple other spots. Yeah, I'll just let her know. I love Chicago. It's just a great food city. So I'm ready for it.
Well, now I'm hungry.
I know, right?
Sugar, you're always hungry.
True.
So, Benny, let's start it out, my man. I always take it back with everyone with the history about their fandom. So let's go back to when you were a young lad and you became a Falcons fan. When did that begin, my friend?
I guess it probably began in about 88, 89. I'm originally from New York. I live in North Carolina, so I don't even live in Georgia. I live in North Carolina, moved from New York, and up in New York and Long Island. I grew up a baseball and hockey fan. Wasn't really much of a football fan until I kind of got into middle school, high school. So still pull for the Mets, still pull for the Islanders, but came down to North Carolina without a football team, and the Panthers weren't in existence back then. So once I really started watching football, it was either the Commanders on TV and the Redskins on TV, or the Falcons. And back then the Falcons were flashy. They had Dion and Andre Rison and those guys, and you had the celebrities. You had MC Hammer and Holyfield hanging out on the field. So that was like the cool team at the time. So I went with them, and Panthers rolled into town in 95, 96, and I just never really never jumped on the wagon, stayed true to the Falcons, and here we are. So yeah, so it's been 30 years. It's been rough, but it's been 30 years or so. 30
Bro, we had a rough 30 years under our belt too, man.
I feel you, yeah. I feel you, so yeah.
I feel you, sir. I feel you.
That's one stadium that I can't wait to see because I know it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It is. It's a great stadium.
It's what I look forward to going to.
Yeah, it's very fan friendly. Sometimes I believe it's a little too fan friendly, where there's so many places to watch the game other than your seat. So unfortunately, it looks like we've got 80,000 people in the building, but it doesn't look like it on TV because everyone's somewhere else watching the game. But it is what it is.
Everyone's at the bar.
Yes, exactly. And there's many bars to choose from. So, but it's a great stadium. Yeah, we'd love to have you. It's phenomenal. So they've done a really good job with it. And I'm not biased because SoFi Stadium, I believe right now, is the nicest out there. But we're a strong second, maybe third, but strong second. So, but
with all the bars, it sounds even better now. I'm totally there.
Right. Plenty of places to watch.
Viking Stadium is actually ranked number 1, and thankfully we got Mr. Kevin Warren who built it now with the Bears. So hopefully they put a nice little dome, heated, bar-filled stadium like Atlanta out in Arlington Heights for us, because we're supposed to be moving out of Soldier Field hopefully next 3 to 5 years. Technically, maybe. So.
Yeah, this is my like I said, it's not my first trip to Chicago, but it is my first Soldier Field trip. So looking forward to that and the history of it. So and checking it out for sure. So I'm excited about that.
And you're coming to tailgate with the best tailgate group under the effing sun, First and 10 tailgating, right?
That's what I heard. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
We're gonna have a good time, my friend. We're looking forward to it, but we're looking forward.
Sounds good.
So being a Falcons fan growing up, when did you start going to the games so religiously, traveling for the game, season tickets, the whole costume Falconator situation? When did that all begin? Like, what was kind of your inspiration to start doing that and taking your fandom to the next level?
Right. Started going to the games probably after high school, not religiously though, like I do now. I pretty much try to attend every game, either in home and away. And I would go to a couple here and there. And then I kind of lucked up on a part-time job with, this was years ago, I no longer work there, but with Delta Airlines. And it was a 30-minute flight to Atlanta, and it was free. So I was on a plane at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was home by 7. So I would start doing it more and more. And then a friend of mine, he had invested in season tickets, and something had come up, and she couldn't go. So I kind of took those off her hands, and I started going. And I guess I bought my own tickets and started going more religiously, starting in around 2010, 2011, which was after my divorce. That was kind of my gift to myself. So I had done that, and I started going. And then my now wife, she started coming with me in 2015. And when we would go, we would tailgate, but we would drive down and bring in all the stuff and bringing the stuff back. It was a lot because we live 4 hours away. So we wanted to really get involved with an already established Falcon group. And we got involved with a group that was the ATL cast, which was the unofficial, actually probably that then was the official official fan club of the Falcons. They did fund it and provide, and it was called ATL Cast. And some of the guys would dress up as they were super fans, and they were in character. And I really wanted to do something on that level with them. And so I kind of was thinking, what could I do? And the Falconator came about. Gladiator with Russell Crowe is one of my favorite movies. And so I would dress as, usually at home games, I dress in a full gladiator suit, and I have a severed head and a helmet for each team that we play. So whichever team we're playing, I put the helmet on the head. That's and awesome. This year I kind of went away from it just this year, only because of the draft situation and the identity that I kind of, just kind of came about. So I kind of felt obligated to wear the suit at the home games as well as away. Usually I wear the suit just for away games because it's easy to pack. But I just felt obligated this year to wear it to the home games as well. So hopefully I've got some ideas for next year and go from there and try to bring it up another level, another notch. So we'll see what happens.
Well, yeah.
We'll be watching.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah. So
speaking of watching, my friend, a lot of people watched that draft clapback, my friend. You want to?
They did.
Kind of talk about that situation because you didn't even know how big it got at a point there, right? I mean,
no, not at all.
So why don't you just talk about kind of like you walk off stage and boom, what happened at that point?
So, well, like I said, I wasn't even planning to do the pick. I was just in Kansas City. I go to every draft, and year before last, I was invited to the Inner Circle in Vegas, and we were right there at center stage. And last year, they had selected a few other people, but being at a lot of the draft, you kind of know where to go and where to stand, who to talk to. So I still wound up getting in the Inner Circle and went and introduced myself to the new Falcon rep who was down there. And I received a call from them on Friday and said, "Are you going to be in town on Saturday?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then she was like, "Can you do us a favor? Will you make a pick for us?" And I'm like, "You mean on stage?" And she was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah." So, I didn't talk to my buddies about it, didn't call my wife, because it was going to be late in the afternoon. I had to do adjust some travel, but I was like, yeah, no, I'm just doing it. So like I said, yeah, I did it. So I went up there and we sat there all day Saturday, and we had the ESF party on Friday night.
Yes,
and lost my voice. My voice was gone. So I was trying to get that back together. That's why you can hear me a little bit kind of high pitched during the announcement. But yeah, so I simply was going to, my instructions were, they just told me, here's the card, read the card, and then come off stage. So, 80% of the people listened to that as far as fans, but we had, all I was going to do was I was just going to raise my belt up, say rise up, and walk off. And so I'm sitting there, do it, and all of a sudden I just hear from my right, 28-3. And that's usually, I just come with a clapback like that a lot because we hear it all the time. I mean, everywhere we go, it's pretty much universal. It's not just Patriot fans or the Ain't fans. But so I just, I was like, yeah, good one, heard that before. Because we have. And that's what I kind of just say to people. And right when I said it and turned around, I was just like, oh, man. I was like, the Falcons are going to be pissed. My one rule my wife gave me was don't say anything stupid or don't embarrass me. So I got back. So I had no idea at all. They took our phones, so we didn't have phones for a little while. They didn't let us have the phones backstage. And when I finally got my phone back, I went back out, and people were high fiving me and saying, good job, great job. And I didn't realize the magnitude of it. And my phone just completely blew up. Yeah, then I didn't even know it was going to be on TV, to be honest. I mean, it was 7th round, 4:00 in the afternoon. People probably switched over or something. But yeah, and it just kept blowing up, and people sending clips, and people and then when Rich Eisen talked about it the next day for about 15 minutes on his show, and then they wound up contacting me, and I was on the show the following week. He loved it, and it wasn't for him. I mean, it wouldn't have even happened because it wasn't even supposed to be televised. He had kind of glanced in the monitor, seen this big old fat white dude in a red suit with a belt. And he's like, what's going on down here? Let's see what this guy's got to say. And
Let's get the camera on
you know, yeah, exactly. And I said he was so excited that he did. And I mean, obviously, so was I. So it definitely took me to a new level for sure. So it's been a crazy ride. I get recognized a lot in the stadium, and even away games, more so at home, but away games too. With asking me, hey, aren't you the draft guy? And so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Mhm.
As one of the biggest Patsy haters out there, I totally commend you for that and loved it. So.
Right.
Bow down.
Yeah. Like I said, I was questioned about whether it was a Patriot fan or not. On Thursday and Friday, everybody's in their group, so you would have known where it came from. But on Saturday, it was more of a free for all. You still had to have a ticket to get in, but you could stand wherever you wanted, so you really couldn't tell who it came from. So I don't know if it was a Patriot fan or a Saint fan. And I've said before, even if it was a Patriot fan, I don't let it go. But, to me, I mean, they're the ones who beat us, You're the only ones who really have a right to say anything. The rest of you guys who say, and I mean, of course, it was the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history and blah, blah, blah. But we get it bad. We get it bad from New Orleans. So I'm sure the Saints, I'm sure it was the Saints guy. So that's why.
Now, were you at that Super Bowl when they went to the Super Bowl that year?
I was. We were scheduled to go to the game. However, we decided that we were going to have a big Super Bowl party at the house, and so we had a lot of people at the house. And
so, who did you murder that night?
Yeah, my wife was. It was.
Where did you go to cry later on?
It was cry. It was more so cry. I was sitting close to the TV, and everybody was doing their thing, and when I saw Brady start becoming Brady, I was I looked to myself. I didn't post anything on Facebook. I didn't gloat. I didn't do anything. And come third quarter, beginning of the fourth, I told myself, I said, we're gonna lose this thing. And they just said that my people at the party that they could just tell that it just became more somber and somber. And like after it was over, people didn't say goodbye to me. They didn't know if they should talk to me. And so I was pretty upset the night. I remember we went to bed, and my wife was like, do you want to talk about what happened? I was like, this is what happened. They should have done this. They should have done that. They should have done this and this and this and this and this. And she was like, oh, okay, never mind. Let's just go to bed. So yeah, it was.
They're like, do you really want to talk about it?
Right. So
yeah, no, I feel you, brother. I mean,
yeah,
it wasn't as big as your guys' situation, but dude, 2007, we were in the Super Bowl, man. So I know that feeling of that Super Bowl loss, man, and it just sucks to go that far and get there. And
you're also there in '85, right? So.
Yeah, I was 2 years old.
We didn't
count those. I didn't get to experience.
I really thought, I thought we were going to bounce back, but you've got that whole Super Bowl curse or whatever they want to call it. But I don't know. I mean, that we here now, it seems like we've always got this good team, but we've never got the complete pieces. We're always missing that one piece. But I guess you guys know that too.
So let's talk about the team this year, my friend. Looks like your Falcons are sitting at 7-8, coming into the games. You're only one game behind the Bucs. What's your playoff hope situation look like? Kind of like what needs to happen on your end? What's the percentage of the Falcons making the playoffs at this point?
Yeah, well, Bucs need to lead. If Bucs lose 2, we're great, and we win the next 2. We've got we have the theirs, of course, and the Saints is our final game. Both the games are away. So Bucs have the Saints this week. If the Saints beat the Bucs, that'll help us out a whole lot, especially when we beat the Bears. I mean, if we beat the Bears. So
got to get through that defense, brother.
Yeah, no, trust me, I get you. Winning outright, and a lot of help from the Bucs, and a little bit of help maybe from Seattle and stuff. But if the Bucs lose outright, and we win the next 2, then we'll win the South. So we'll definitely have a home playoff game, and we'll wind up having to play like Philly or Dallas or something like that, some tough team coming to the house. But so we still got a chance.
Y'all are
Go
right
ahead.
in the thick of it then.
Oh yeah, we are right there. Yeah, we're one game back from the. I mean, pretty much. You see, we're in the hunt. If we don't win our division, I don't think there's a chance. So the division is just so sloppy this year with all three of us, and I mean, we're not even counting the Panthers, but with the Saints and
Hey,
the Bucks.
we're in the hunt too. Don't forget, we're in the
Oh,
hunt.
no. Yeah, I'm talking about the
Hey,
NFC South. You guys are actually in the hunt.
we
Yeah.
got the 1% chance, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody in the
Thank you,
NFC
thank
still has a
you.
chance to go.
I think
The whole
what two
NFC
or
can
three
still
teams have been
go.
eliminated. So
Yes.
I mean,
It's like
everybody's
hockey,
in there.
man.
It's
It's
been a
like
sloppy
hockey.
year, right? For sure. So
Yeah, it's
I
like
mean, we
almost
this
you want
year,
to see like two AFC teams play each other in the Super Bowl. You don't even want to
right?
see an
Yeah,
NFC team in there.
yeah. I mean, if that could happen, then it would definitely happen this year for sure. So, but yeah, the team this year. I mean, we were really excited for it, and we did a lot of moves. We finally had some money. We've been in a huge salary cap situation the last couple of years with Thomas Dimitroff and Terry Fontenot, who I think has done a great job. He came into a mess, and he's cleaned it up. And I think we just I was there.
What
In
about
Vegas
Arthur
when we
Smith?
picked Ritter.
What about Arthur Smith? How you feeling about your coach right now?
I like Arthur Smith.
Just saying,
as a friend,
nice.
We know each other. So,
nice.
But no, I mean, I really think that some of the play calling has been some really, really questionable. Whether or not why he's sticking with Ritter with as many turnovers as he's had, and holding the reins. He's the play caller. He's making all the play calls. Dave Pizzone, our offensive coordinator, he's not really doing much of. I don't know what exactly his role is. I know he's also our quarterbacks coach too. So I just think that he's got a lot on his plate, and I've questioned a lot of his play calls. And just looking at them, especially here towards the end in the fourth quarters. I mean, if you look at our scores, I mean, we've lost probably 5 games by less than a touchdown with probably less than 2 minutes left. So we just can't hold on to it. I mean, we've lost to some terrible teams that we should have beaten.
We need to sit down and just have a beer and talk about it, brother. We're in the same boat.
Let's do it. Yeah.
It's the Chicago Falcons right now. We're combined right now.
Yeah. So I think he'll be back. I think they'll both be back. I mean, this was really their first year. They've been here for 3 years, him and Terry, but they've been under the hell cap, like I said, of Dimitroff and Dan Quinn's players. So this is their first team that they've put together, and they did great. I mean, we've got a solid defense. They're playing well, even with some injuries. Grady Jarrett's been out for a while. We had some good rookies come in. He's pulled some. Calais Campbell came in. Jesse Bates, who's been playing phenomenals, came in. So we've got a good, solid defense, and we've got some good players on offense. I mean, our last 3 years in the draft, that's what we went for in our first round with Pitts and Drake and Bijan Robinson. So we're good on that side of the ball, but we just need that quarterback. And I understand Ritter's a rookie. I mean, he doesn't even have a full season under his belt. But just to go that long, I think I don't know if it was pride. Or I don't know what he saw in Ritter because I didn't see it. And, I mean, it's just turnover prone. I mean, he's agile. He's a lot more, than Matt Ryan was. Definitely not comparing him to Matt Ryan, of course not. But he runs the ball. He doesn't stay in the pocket. So I just don't know. I don't know what he sees in him. I don't know what we're going to do. There's some talks of now maybe Russell Wilson coming if they get that contract straightened out. But
we're about to hear everyone getting Russell Wilson.
There's talk about, no, I don't know. I'm not saying that either. But how the rumors are. I mean, Russell Wilson's coming next year,
but the question is,
Justin Fields.
Would you want Russell Wilson?
Compared to what we have right now, I wouldn't mind it. I don't watch a lot of AFC just because I kind of have to depend on highlights a lot because I'm at the games. I don't have the opportunity to watch the red zone or do that. So it's pretty much the highlights because I'm at home and away games. But I mean, Denver's in the thick of it. Last year I know we had a terrible season. It just depends if he's right, if he's the right fit for where we're at, what we're going to do in the draft. I'm assuming we'll probably go for maybe an edge or something. I don't think Calais Campbell will be back. I think he might retire this year. But I mean, I could be totally wrong. So it really just depends on what happens in the off season. I really think we need a veteran. I don't think we go out and get Jaden Williams or Drake May or another rookie and try and work with that. Because I mean, I think the problem with rookie quarterbacks now is that they want to play immediately, And back in the day, I mean, you just didn't do that. You waited your turn, I mean, Aaron Rodgers waited behind
Jordan
Brett
Love's
Favre.
that for 3 years, man. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Jordan Love waited 3 years is a long time nowadays, But I mean, Brady had to wait behind Bledsoe. Steve Young had to wait behind Montana. But these kids now, they want to just come in and jump from college to NFL, and they realize like,
just to let you know,
wait a minute,
Rivers is available too. So he has all them kids to feed, and he said it.
He does have a lot of kids. So
he's ready to come back. So.
Dude, I think we're in a world right now. We're in an NFL of scarce, legendary QBs. I mean, us growing up, all of us here, we had our Joe Montanas, our Brett Favres, our Aaron Rodgers, our Peyton Mannings, like all these great quarterbacks. And now you think there's 32 teams in the NFL. Name 10 legendary quarterbacks right now. Because I can't.
Right now, yeah.
You know what I mean? I think Kirk Cousins falls in like the top 6 or 7. And that's fucking Kirk Cousins. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
exactly.
I think a lot of reasons these kids are starting right away because who are you starting in front of them? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You're best off getting those kids out there and taking the chance.
Yeah, and there's so much pressure on them, though. I mean, because they're coming out of a school and they're in a weak league and just come back into the NFL. I mean, the speed and the size is just completely different. Again, even the worst NFL team, and you can be playing the best college team. It's just completely different. So,
and everyone wants to get rid of them so quickly too. They don't want to let them, you know what I mean, get into their spot and get familiar and finally, get everything grooving. Just like when you think like they would get everything grooving, it's like no, that's when they cut them, trade them, and then they have to start all over. So
I mean, it's exactly right. You'll give them their 3-year rookie contract deal and then kick them out. But yeah, they need time to grow and need time to learn, but they don't have that because they do throw them in there. And we expect results. I mean, if we wasted a first round, second round pick on you, you need to show us and take us to the promised land. But that's not going to happen with a 21-year-old.
With these kids coming out of college, like Caleb Williams saying, I want ownership in the team I get drafted to. You better perform coming right out the bat. These kids are coming out with high expectations. They're wanting to choose what team.
You almost made me choke. You almost made me choke on that one.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's where these kids are coming out of school now.
Yeah, you've got some kids now. I mean, with the NIL. I mean, some of them are making more in college than they're going to make in their rookie contracts. So,
and Caleb Williams is like, I don't want to play the Pro Bowl. I might break a nail.
Yeah. So 100%. I mean, yes, I mean, like switching over to basketball. I mean, Bronny James, I think he's making millions of dollars just playing in college or not in high school right now. So
sure, why not? I mean, so you're dealing with a bunch of prima donnas coming up into the league. Where in the past it was just like super grateful people who were just happy to be there and realize like that you're less than 1% of the world who gets this opportunity. I mean, these kids coming up don't look at it like that nowadays. Like they think that they've earned it, they deserve it, they're owed it, and they deserve even more. I mean, with that type of attitude, man, I mean, it's a different world out there in the NFL nowadays.
Yeah, you get a lot of uncoachable kids. So, but it is, unfortunately.
We're talking about the quarterback situation. We definitely have a quarterback debacle. We always have a quarterback debacle here in Chicago. So I guess coming from us talking to a Falcons fan, how would you feel being a diehard Falcons fan, knowing what you know about Justin Fields? And what if Justin Fields was your quarterback? Would you be happy with Justin Fields?
It's like I said, I haven't seen a lot of Justin Fields. Like I said, highlights I have. I've heard a lot about Justin Fields. And I've heard a lot about that. He's great. He's a great quarterback. He's just in the wrong situation right now. Or they're not playing him right. I don't know if that's true or not. Like I said, I don't watch much of the NFC North.
Sure.
But I think from what I've seen, he looks pretty good. But like I said, with just highlights, you're just going to see the good points. You're not really going to see the crazy stuff. But what about you? What do you think of Justin Fields?
Justin Fields is a great quarterback, and we talked about it a little bit earlier in the show. When he's on, and he's a top-tiered quarterback in the NFL. But when he's off, and then also an issue that he currently has is situational. He needs to learn how to put together that end of the game drive, or don't turn it over when we can't turn it over. Hold on to the ball when we need to hold on to. He's been a really bad situational quarterback for us, and always seems like he's at the top of the game when we don't need him to be, and he's not at the top of the game when we need him to be.
Yeah, you just described Desmond Ritter, so I understand what you mean. Trust me.
Yeah, but I don't feel that way. I think he's a great QB. He's improving, and he keeps having to go through these shit offensive coordinators.
He's almost at 40 games. How many more?
So
how much longer is it going to take?
And then going from Nagy to Flus wasn't much of a difference. But we're stuck with Coach Fuckus is what I call it.
I'm not saying that the kid hasn't had challenges, but if you're great, you rise above those challenges and excel. I mean, that's my opinion. I mean,
he overcome those. Again, like I said, he hasn't time.
Patrick Mahomes has Matt Nagy as his offensive coordinator. So that's all I have to say there.
Right.
People
I mean, and
throw him out there and be like, be great. Throw him out there, be great.
Be great with what you have, and you don't have much of anything. Yeah. So I mean, Brady did it. Brady had a subpar squad, but that's Brady. But yeah, for us, us and Fields, if you don't have those weapons, then I mean, there's really not much you can do. So you just have to kind of go out there and wing it.
Cry Brady had so many weapons. Come on now, Cry Brady.
You think so? No, I don't. Yes, as much as I can't stand Brady, he didn't have superstars. He didn't have many superstars. So, but
he had a really good offensive line. He had a really good offensive line.
Yeah, he did. He did have a great line.
Edelman, he had Belichick.
He did have Brock. Yes.
So you guys drafted Bijan Robinson, and I was pretty happy about that for you guys this year. Going over his stats, I mean, he's only had 2 games over 100 yards and only 4 touchdowns. I mean, he's probably going to close in on 1,000-yard rushing by the end of the year. But I mean, how have you guys felt about his performance?
What's that?
How have you guys felt about his performance? I mean, has he lived? I don't think he's lived up to the hype, right? I mean,
yeah, I think he's. I'm really, really happy with him. When we were at the draft, there was a lot of people upset because they really wanted to go defense and they wanted Jalen Carter and they wanted the Georgia boy. But I was great with him because he's helped a whole lot. Even if it's just a role player, I mean, his footwork is phenomenal. He's got people on skates out there. And it does open up the field a little bit for our receivers. Unfortunately, we just don't have that quarterback to see that. But him and Tyler Algier, this is his 2nd year. They've been going back and forth and helping each other. They really complement each other. And then you've got Patterson when you need him. They kind of put him back in his role as a punt returner. But the 2 of them work great together. So they're back and forth, which is why the numbers are a little low. But yeah, I said he's 120, 130 yards for a 1,000-yard rookie rushing season. He's super friendly. He loves the fans. He loves being there. He's really happy. So I think he's great. I think he's a great player. I think he's great for the fans. He's great for he's just good. He's a good all-around guy for sure.
Yeah, we got his college backup, Roschon Johnson, man. Like, what a lethal combination those 2 were in college. So
yeah,
definitely happy to have him too.
I love Roschon. So.
Let's get into the prediction for the game. Sugar, we'll start with you, my dear. So how are you feeling about the game on Sunday? What's the score going to be and why?
I think Fields is going to get it done. And no disrespect to the Falconator, you guys are going to go down and lose. And I think it's going to be 34-21.
All right, the Falconator. What say you, my friend?
I'm looking forward to a great game. have still a lot at stake this late in the season, and I think if we play like we played last week, we were really in the groove last week. We got in this week as well, and even though we're going to go brave that frigid, what is it, 35, 36 degrees? That's probably warm for you guys, so I'm not quite sure, but so we're going to go out there and what's that?
I said that's summer weather in Chicago, man. I might have a hoodie.
Oh
on.
yeah, I bet. Yeah, I'm ready for it. But it's gonna be a tight game, just like all of our games. But I think we're gonna want it just a little bit more in 24-17. 24-17. So
cool. I'm gonna go 28-3. I was joking with you.
No,
I had to. I'm just joking with you. You've heard that before, haven't you? No, I think it's going to be a good contested game. I think the Bears at home with our defense currently. The offense can put it together. Cole Kmet's been coming around. We get DJ Moore involved with the home crowd. It's our last home game of the season. I'm going to go Bears 28-17.
28-17. Okay.
Right. And then Falconator, you're coming to First and 10 tailgate to party with us this weekend, man. We're super excited for you. So
yeah, definitely.
It's gonna be you and your wife. You got any buddies
coming?
Oh yeah, for sure, brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't have as many coming. We've got we're traveling with 6, and then it's going to be quite a few people coming. The holidays are keeping a little bit of people back, but I've definitely shared your flyer, and hopefully we get as much out there and share a drink and hope for a good game.
Yeah, we're fans of fans, dude. We're other team friendly. We love fans of other teams. So spread the word, dude. Tell them to come on by. We'll have a good time before the game, man. It'll be a great time.
Sounds great.
All right, brother. I appreciate you coming on the show tonight, my friend. And then I look forward to hanging out with you on Sunday and having a couple brewskis. So I appreciate you coming on the show. And then good luck on Sunday, man, and we'll have a good time.
Yeah, definitely nice.
Appreciate you, man. I'll see you. Absolutely.
See you in person one day.
Nice meeting you.
All right, brother. We'll see you on Sunday
like
morning, man.
All right.
Have a good night, sir. Thank you.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Sugar, we got to get you out to First and 10 tailgate. We got to get you out of the desert first. That's step one. You live in the fucking desert. Get out of the desert. There's no water. There's no food. We got to get you in Chicago. You love food. We live in the food capital of like the world. You meant to be here.
I'll be there for the Sox games. So.
Oh, get out of here. They're in Nashville this year.
Come on now.
fucking Sox aggravate me. I want to talk about them. Oh man, let's wrap this shit up.
I keep finding myself looking at your lava lamp, and I'm just like,
stop it. You're intrigued. You're intrigued.
I know, but I find myself like, I'm like, what? I'm like, wait, what's going on?
All right, so as we're talking about, guys, this weekend is the last tailgate for First and 10 tailgating versus the Falcons. Make sure and come out. We'll be there at 7 a.m. We'll have a DJ, we'll have a bar, cornhole, the whole shebang. If you guys want to bring food, we're not going to have food, from my understanding, as far as what the flyer says. There's been people talking about bringing stuff, but if you want to come and donate, be a ton of drinks, though. Be a good time. Make sure to come and hang out with us. Never a bad time with the Fat Crew. Other than that, we still have our Man of the Year, Justin Jones. Make sure you guys head over to NFL.com. And our Fan of the Year, Shamika Leach. Yes. Make sure you guys are going and voting for her. Other than that, next week we will have the Frozen Tundra on this show, Mr. Frozen Tundra himself from Green Bay. So I'll be sending out information regarding him very shortly. But we're going to end the season versus Green Bay in Green Bay in an ice storm, I'm sure. It's probably going to be a playoff contention game, too. Hopefully. How awesome would it be if it came down to us knocking the Packers out the last game? And we won and we beat them at the end of the year? That would be like our Super Bowl for the entire year, right? All right, guys. Well, Sugar, I appreciate you filling in tonight for that slacker Maxwell who just blew me off. God damn him. No, but I appreciate you coming on, sweetie. It's always a good time. We always have fun. Other than that, guys, like I said, next week's going to be the last episode for the season. We're going to take a break up until the draft. But look forward to seeing you guys next week. We'll end the season with a bang. And as always, go Bears.
Thank you. Thank you. And go Bears!